Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Vikings going up against the Titans. With that, let's get you out to Nashville, where we welcome in our new team for 2016. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tennessee Titans. So the D-line's going to spread out. Peterson alone in the backfield. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they'll give it to him here. And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, as he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Now Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The starting defense for the Titans.
Jason McCourty's twin brother, Devin, has gone to multiple Super Bowls. But Jason's carving out a nice niche himself as a cover corner.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. This is Johnson. He's got it. That one good for 12 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Let's go!
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll run for it. Peterson. And a cut to this touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson, 30 yards. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. On the return, here's Dree Archer. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. Now off a breakout 2015, it's Devontae Freeman. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Defense showing blitz. Play clock winding down. On second down, Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
And the play clock's running down. To throw is Mariota. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. Rashard Matthews, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
The first NFL carry for the Heisman winner, Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Third and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looked defensively. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A good pick up there, 20 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And here's the first NFL catch for Laquan Treadwell. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play you did, so you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's brought down. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. 1st down. Here's the run with Peterson. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Derek Morgan in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jurrell Casey in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Rashad Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Back near his goal line, Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he motions the wide receiver. On third down, Mariota into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Carl Klug there to make the stop.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Second down, Bridgewater. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up, and now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Let's go.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to try and go deep again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Caught on the right side by Treadwell. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Bridgewater on first down. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll go down at the 28. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And they're going to speed. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Archer, the return. A beautiful fake. Muscles him off. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. Touchdown, Titans. Dre Archer, 98 yards. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Last year in the regular season, only 7 kick return TDs. We get a taste of it here in week 1 in 2016.
And don't be surprised if that number of 7 falls this year, because every special teams coach that I talked with in the offseason all vowed to be more aggressive in their kick return game.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I've After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it brings up 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Jeff Locke now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Freeman again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
Time running out here on the play clock. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Brett Kern now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, Peterson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down. They come out here in the eye. They run it with McKinnon. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Three yards to go here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to the ground, Peterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Get ready. Wait,
2nd down, Bridgewater. And this is caught by the rookie Treadwell. Touchdown, Minnesota. Laquan Treadwell with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point try now for Walsh. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Tiger! Let's go! Blue 58! Tiger! Tiger!
They come out here in the eye.
Set! Forward! Let's go! Set!
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Rashad Johnson on the stop. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. McKinnon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll run for it with Peterson. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Teddy Bridgewater. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Mariota now going deep here for Matthews. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Mariota to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Terrence Newman with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
You know, we play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. Those 3 guys up front.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Brian Orakpo from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Bridgewater. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. That'll be a gain of 16. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Running for it, here's Peterson. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Throwing here, Bridgewater. His throw caught right around the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Bridgewater. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. And quickly they get to the line. They run. Devontae Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left. And that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jurrell Casey in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. Bridgewater here to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together.